morning, everyone. It's not Monday. It's just P's still just, looking for jewelry and things. So, she's a little late to the party. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Be sure to say hello in the chat so I can say hello back. I'll do all that business, and then we'll do our Hello PM Artist Studio intro and all that. So, yeah, give us little hellos in the chat there, and I'm going to say hello back to y'all just straight out of the gate here. Since, the queen is still getting cute. Oh, goodness. All right, we've got Amy, Douglas, Angela, Apple, Art Curious. Oh, Miriam, so happy you're here. Barbara, Becky, Belinda, Betsy, Betty. Bruja, hello, you are back. Carrie, Colleen, Darcy, Devin is here. Eddie, Effie, Griffin Shell, that's Rhonda, Yanka, Jeanette, a.k.a. Janet. Karen, Lisa, Liz, Lori, Lydia, Marguerite, Maya's here. Panka, Ricky, Robin, Sandy, Silver Granny, or Grumpy Gnome, that's Lynn. We've got Star Traveler, that's Linda. SWL, that's Sherry. Texture Junkies, that is Sharon. Hope you are feeling better and your ribs are all healing up. Shelly Studio, that's Margot. Tracy LaBeouf, and we got some other people popping in there. Trish is here. That means Evie's probably here as well. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. Just give me a, extra little hello-y. All right, so today we're going to continue on with the, sort of, let's see, the experiments from Thursday. P has been working on some things. You guys have suggested some really cool things. I think, let's see, Carrie sent me a message regarding like doing tissue paper, and she's actually kind of done something like that. We've kind of foregone the acetate sheet business, I believe. And then, yeah, so we're going to play around with some new things. We have a stack load of new stencils. We will be showing those here in a little bit. So just, hang on tight, y'all. Lots of fun things. You might be illuminated. Look at that. I really wish she would just be on the same level of my happiness some days. It would be very helpful.
Some days.
Would you like to be on camera yet, or are you still,
breathing is a challenge.
Getting it together.
I'm getting it together.
I'm going to put you on camera.
My glasses have needed washing since yesterday afternoon.
She did clean, y'all.
I did.
And she has her PM Artist Studio shirt on. Her oddly non-specific. That really does describe her quite well.
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
I've got a drippy nose, so you just have to hang in there with that.
All right. 'Tis the season. I'm not sure when the season isn't,
this morning. Cleared out a lot of
things. That's good.
Backwash.
She's so inappropriate. So, you gonna tell us about some things? You want me to go topside already?
I don't know.
We don't really have a whole lot of things going on. I mean, right at this moment. I think it's it's next Saturday will be the hop. I don't think that I'm going to be hopping unless I just get a wild hair in my badootie this week, which I don't know what's going to happen because we still have to put out.
What's the theme?
Halloween decorations. Well, so it's the opposites in and out, or the cabinets of curiosity, or compilations, or curio of curiosities. So you could kind of do it either way. It has been expanded.
Well, I could use some of my tags and you could make a...
Well, and then Izzy oh crud, I left him downstairs. She gave me some cool things. She went to a little Halloween thing last night as her Princess Kitty self. Oh, I'm going to post those pictures later. I'm excited because she used her wedding dress. She calls it her wedding dress. For the Princess Kitty, and I thought it was quite fabulous. I was very proud of her. We need to move that. It's just a little bit in there. It's really lighting you up today. There we go. Wow. You know what I'm going to do?
No, I don't have the top cam on either.
Maybe that's what's kind of...
I'm not on the...
There you go. Her cough's better.
This is, I was...
Oh, here, I'm going to go top then.
Pooting around and messing around yesterday after I did my cleaning.
Isn't that cute?
Well, you know, I don't know that I love it.
I like it. I think it's very cute. It's better if you put it like sideways. Because we're top cam, you know. Or I guess I could put you front ways. Y'all see that? Here, I'm gonna put you like P-cam and then it'll be more. There we go. Look at that. Look at all the everything. Have y'all been illuminated?
And I even used some of that crap washi tape, which is sticking for the most part.
You didn't.
I did not. Well, I didn't know how to glue that down.
Well, what you
I
do?
was struggling.
Were you? Yeah, that's more mine. I was
Struggling
pretty
with
proud
that.
of you that you lined it up as well as you did.
I was pretty darn proud of me too, considering that gel plate thing had lined up there because I used the little square one to stamp it.
Very nice.
So anyway, so I did the frottage and I used the deli paper.
All right. So now I'm gonna go back topside.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off my little light.
Yeah,
Izzy
save
said
it.
don't use up all of her batteries.
She can. She can walk off and leave them, but don't you dare.
She don't use up all my batteries. You can have
Yeah.
this one, but don't use up all the batteries.
Oh yeah, some heavyweight vellum stuff would be fantastic. Oh, the other recommendation, which I thought was a really cool idea from Estella, is that so you could use the stencil, or like you could mark it on there like you have, and go through and then poke holes.
Oh, I love that
I knew you would too.
idea.
I'm so happy that I remembered.
Oh, I
Yay
love
me.
that. Piercing. Piercing. Making multiple orifices.
There we are, 7 minutes in.
I always like to be the first one that mentions
Yeah,
orifices.
you
I
usually
feel.
are. Well, it's kind of part of the deal.
Okay, so here's the really great... Here, let me show you about this. Okay. But then I revamped it. I thought, you know, actually, save myself an extra step.
Sorry. Swallowing down the wrong hole.
Glugging it. So I put this, it's really great because it kind of holds it in place there. Mm-hmm. And you can really see it through there. But I almost think that, I don't know. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
And you could just do a light pencil rubbing and then do the piercing.
Mm-hmm. Or you could just rub it hard enough and it might poke through on its own.
Well, I made these really nice and smooth so that I didn't have the pokey because I knew I'd be using tissue paper.
Yeah, so if you did the texture, you know, when you're putting it through with the texture paste, if you kind of pulled it up, made it pointy.
Yeah, there's that. Okay. Now, here's the other idea. If you go ahead and you do your rubbing on the inside of the paper. Now, I don't know how this is going to work because it's slicky. You're not going to have to seal it because you'll be folding it over like this. And then, so you're not going to have to worry about it smearing and, you know, going places. So there is that. There's all of those things. And I really do like the idea of piercing.
Eddie, you can come live in Texas. We got a bedroom. You got to clean it, though. He's having his house remodeled. He needs somewhere to stay for 6 months. He probably wants to be closer on site to manage that stuff. Texas probably wouldn't really be a very convenient.
Yeah, the commute might be a real killer. And I did when I was cleaning out from underneath my...
Yes. Oh,
Here.
here. I tell you, Carrie, he's coming with the ideas. Not sure if this would work, but you could attach the base to one of your yogurt lids. This would help keep it round and stable. Because we were talking about like doing a little crosshatch, like little kind of thing.
Yeah. And the thing about it is I can't remember. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I think 4 would be better.
It's a bit big.
Because this is a bit unwieldy. Now, I could have put it a little closer together here, and that would have you know, remedied that. But, yeah. I think that the whole length of this is a bit much.
Well, hey, and you know another idea would be to help keep your thing round would be using like one of your tape rolls. So you could get it around there and it holds the more round.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You don't want to, because I really thought about even using like one of my, like the kitty food, the wet kitty food cans, because they're small. But I really, when you get the full effect of even the bottom part of the orange on that.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is like, so just using it as a form, and then you take the roll out.
Ah.
But just to hold the shape, and then that way they would all be consistent, if you're into that.
Yeah, I think that that's a great idea. Now, I don't know where any of those are because you took them all away.
I knew that was... There's some in the garage. There's probably some in this cabinet.
But anyway...
I mean, you got a roll of tape over there. You could just use the roll of tape.
Well, I could, but it's not quite the same. I mean, I could use, actually, I could use this.
Yeah, a round object.
Anything round, and then you can kind of figure out how close together you want your frottage images to be. But see, when you take it out, see what happens?
Oh, for structure, if you drink the 2-liter sodas, cut away the top and the bottom, and then you have a clear cylinder already. I tell you what, Sarah, you're on it.
Do we have
or even like the water bottles, if you cut the, you know, the top and the bottom off, then you have a round thing, and it holds it, and that's brilliant.
It really is. And if you wanted it to be sturdy, you could pour a little plaster of Paris in the bottom of that, and that's going to give it some weight. Or, I mean, use, you know, beans or whatever. Because this is not like real fire here. You know, that makes a difference. Okay, these are wonderful little things, and the fact that they flicker, I think, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I liked the orange. They came in black. Well, the black was going to take a few days, and you know, I was.
I really like the orange because it reflects
the orange. That's what I thought would look
the fire
for the
aspect.
pumpkin too, and kind of hide out in the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Which the pumpkin already went to the way of.
Oh yeah,
the mold. Indoors, it did.
Oh my gosh, it was sitting on the table, and
It probably wasn't helping your situation.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Well, it was just weeping. And it just kind of went...
And then Izzy...
I almost threw up when I
she was
got
really
it on
hurt. She's like... She thought it was me. She's, what did you do with my pumpkin, Mommy? I was like, I was gone as well. Your Gigi took it outside. It's out there falling apart.
Mushing.
Mushing.
I was going to give the aardvark...
the
aardvark. It's not aardvark. The armadillo. A chance, you know, at...
Yeah.
But I think, you know, he was even like, hey,
this is past due.
Yeah.
I read the expiration date on that. I'm a nay-nay.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are just recommendations.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's think upon that, and we'll decide and make some decisions about what. And the thing is, you know, you could thematically approach it. You know, you've got a bird, a cat, and a leg.
It's a whole story. All right. I gotta go check on something real quick. I shall be right back. I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Okay, so we could do the hand.
So you're on your own.
And it has a heart. And we could do this. But now, see, I think that they should go like this. And I really think 3 is an ideal, especially this. Now, you may have smaller images. You may want to use the stamping, which would create another whole look. Might do that. Do some stamping and then, but I did not like the idea of stamping onto my, oh here, I need to take care of this too. Stamping onto my gel plate. Because I like to have my gel plate. It doesn't have to be pristine, but I want to be able to make decisions and make decisions that are accurate because there isn't something else on there that is, you know, leading me down the path. Okay, words are hard today. I'm trying to get on to our live stream so I can actually be involved in some of the comment. And of course we're going to have a commercial. Okay, where are we? There we go. All right, I don't have a cold. I'm just snuffed up, and I neti potted, and I'm feeling a lot better. It's just the allergy situation. My coughing is way better. Attach the base to one of your yogurt. Okay, the yogurt lid idea. I like that. You could wrap it around a jar. You could, and or a canning jar lid. We have some of those. A couple of discs of cardboard glued together. Absolutely. See, these are all, I love this because when you get all these different ideas, you know, generating here, it's like everybody thinks of, well, and anyway, okay. Sarah says, look at my comment.
Oh, I already did that. That was the one I read, because she was the Coke bottle thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might have to go Cricut project hunting for spooky luminaries.
Yeah, you're like way back in the chat, like when I was...
Well, I didn't read any of this because I didn't have it up there, so you just shush it. I like the plaster Polaris idea, yes. And little luminaries, yes. Absolutely. And
oh, yes, I love that when they do the little lunch bag, illuminated bags. Mm-hmm.
Luminaria.
Yeah, I always think that looks so cool. Yeah, and we have a bunch. I got some for Izzy's lunch thing that for her field trip.
Ah. Okay. All right. So
we'll probably have them forever.
What are we doing? I want to look at the because I also have some stamping ideas for the edges of these that I thought about. So where are all of the the stuffs?
Well, I'm waiting for Brad to give me the okay that they're in the shop.
Oh.
So we're still kind of holding off on that for a minute. He should be done here shortly.
Now the other thing that you could always do on these is pounce. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all good. Never mind. Here you go. Look at that. I just got the go.
All right. Well, I'm going to. Oh, good heavens!
I know.
This is kind of a lot.
I know. Well, you know, because we were gone in the wedding, and then, you know, this, that, the other. So, yeah, it's a little more. I mean, it's not like we haven't done big batches. I always feel bad when you do because it takes us forever to get through them as far as, like, you know, actually working with them. But, you know, we get her done. Luckily. So, these very first ones are from Christy's apartment. So, stay tuned. I'm sure she'll have a video out. And these are kind of Christmassy, but also steampunky. So I think they're a lot like how Paula's Wisecrackers. I think they're very versatile. Like, they would be fun characters to use for all sorts of things.
Okay.
I don't think that they are Christmas specific, although thought that they would be kind of fun because they sort of look like little presents as well.
All right. I don't know whether to go left or right here because I'm not sure about where we are here.
Uh-huh. There you are. I see you.
I do too.
Good.
Oh, just a minute. I got to get rid of. Tell them that I'm not interested in checking out a family plan here in any sort of stream. Anyway.
We can barely get her to check out here. I'm really not interested in any other families either. Hey, Ann. Oh, that was funny. She knows.
I love working with these
You're upside
guys
down.
on long hauls.
Yeah, you're upside down. They're little robots. There you go.
I can think upside down, Mariah.
I know. You're way cooler than I am. We have established that many times.
Well, I know, but it never hurts to hear it again.
That's right. They're new people. They didn't know.
I didn't know. Getting everybody on the same page.
If you know, you know. But then, now you know.
These are really cute. I'm bound and determined I'm going to get all these boogers on here. Now, explain to me about how exactly...
And hello, April. I think she popped in there, too.
What is this a full set?
So they'll be, I don't know if he called them, basically there's a smaller set and a slightly larger set. I don't know if he called them smalls and mediums, most likely.
Okay, so the little guys are all together and the big guys are all together.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, this is one. Mm-hmm. I love this eye business going on here. That is so cool.
And let me tell
their
you,
little inside gears.
I'm very proud of Christy. Like, she put in some extra work on getting things digital this time. So I'm really proud of her. And I know it was a stretch, but she pulled through, and I'm just really proud of her.
I'm losing stuff here. My arm needs to be longer.
You need one of those crappy sticks. I'm telling you. She needs a
the little
stick.
gears grab onto things.
Yes, these are steampunk robots. I will get you guys the link. And yes, there are small and large, and then you can buy them as a set too.
All together, the big
That is correct. Oops.
And the thing about these, and Brad pointed this out to me earlier, he mentioned it or something.
You were listening?
I was actually listening.
Oh, because we asked you yesterday, because I said, hey, you need to know about the size.
Yeah, they fit perfect on them.
Wonderful. Tall waist.
Yes.
Not short waist. That's
not short waist.
Because we didn't want to shrink them down so much, because then you lose those details that are like in their little...
Yes, and those little stars would have to go away because, and they're already in danger of clogging up. So, you know, be sure that you're aware of that.
Steampunk, one word. I think it is. There y'all go.
Okay, you get some cool insides too.
Yep.
And what's cool about these, and I should demonstrate that.
You should.
I should demonstrate that. That was not what I was going to do today, but I'm just really... Okay, so, whoops, that's not it. Help, yeah, right one. Innards. So, why is this a cool thing to have the innards as well as the outers? For the actual. Because what you can do is you can come through and you can brayer this one color. Mm-hmm. Lift it up, put this dude down, or dudette, and then go over it again with another color. So you got like two things going on there all at once.
Yeah, and there's plenty of space on this one. Like you can cut it up.
I really, that's why I mentioned that, is because you could actually cut these apart and have them separate. Now, this is going to be a little tricky on these.
Yeah.
But
y'all work it out. Y'all work it out.
Yeah.
You could just do an outline, which would be kind of cool.
Absolutely. Okay. Now I'm gonna put those over here because I really think I might go ahead and do that. I don't know. Just depends.
Okay. Or we've talked about it, and once we get kind of, next project, get into that. Now, these are also by Christy Hartman and kind of correspond, obviously, with the steampunk theme.
Oh, yeah.
And again, in the small...
Oh, look at that one.
Yes, the pipes. I mean, let me tell you, again, very proud of Christy on getting that digitized, because there was lots of work. She's been working on these for a while. I'm very proud of her.
Oh, that is so cool.
So that's the small set. And then there's the larger set. And we kind of, play around, because usually, like, when we do a stripper set, it's like the 5s. But we wanted to really keep these intact in the way that she created them. So it worked out in the 3s. And then she has some other things that may be coming up later. We got to talk to her to possibly add some more things to it to make those into a more wintry set, too. That's sort of spin off of a steampunk thing. So more to come. Always exciting.
Fun stuff.
They are very intricate. Yes. Yes, Corky. And hello, Kirsten. And hello, Gayla. I wasn't ignoring you.
Gala hair?
And hello, Liz.
Is that our Gala from...
And I think Lori Paul snuck in there.
Oh, I love this. Of course, you know I love these things.
And hello, Susan. Lots of y'all sneaking in. All right, so now we are on to Rhonda Dupna. This one here is called Rococo. And another, like, you know, I know, damask kind of, I don't think you can ever have enough of these
I don't.
florally wallpaper.
I've kind of got my others ready to be attached to something because it's
Oh,
not
I'm
pretty.
glad. Hey, I'm glad that you said that. You know what would be cool is turning those into little outer.
Lining them with tissue paper. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. These would be perfect for that. Like once you're ready to retire them. Because they do fill up with paint and either you got to soak them. Unless you're one of those that cleans as you go. Which, I mean, more power to you.
Yeah. No kidding.
Oh, and here, let me give you the Rococo. Actually, what I'm going to do is give you Rhonda. I'm going to give you the link to hers, so then all of her newest ones, because there's 3 of them that are coming up.
I'm keeping the cardboard in between them for now, Mariah, because it's a lot easier for me to retrieve them if they're not hooked together.
Yep, I agree. And you kind of know that they're new ones. I think that helps.
Flirty Lee.
Yes.
This will be a wonderful one to use with other ones. But also, if you really wanted to use this one, what's cool, if you have a definite direction, and then you flip it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, you can over.
Yeah, and I passed it back to Rhonda for the 9x12. I said, can you? And so the next set is the distressed version, because I was gonna kind of piece it together, and I'm like, yeah, but it's really cool if they are if each size is different. Okay, so did you show the other fleur-de-lis? Where's the other fleur-de-lis?
Oh.
Because there's 2 sets. There's like the regular, and then there's the distressed.
Oh.
So why don't you put the 2 5x7s out there side by side, and then that way you can see the difference. It's not a ton, but it is, you know, you have there's the regular fleur-de-lis, and then here's your distressed, and each size is a little bit different. Cool.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun to stack them too.
For sure. For sure, for sure. Get these unhooked here.
All right, now we are on to Darcy.
Oh, it's almost like a...
This one's called Snaky Swirls.
Yes, but it's chambered nautilus.
Style 1.
Okay.
And then there's the style 2.
A minute, I want to show the... These are good because, see, they've got a lot of masked out area. So when you use them with something even like the fleur-de-lis that has more open area. Very cool. I wanted to...
All right, there's the new designs by Darcy there in the chat.
Okay, so one way to kind of do this is to put them on top of each other. And if you have a, you know, if you've already used a layer of paint, you'll be able to see it more accurately. But I think these are going to do cool things on top of each other.
I think so too.
Well, you know, and this is just what drives me crazy because Mariah hands me all this stuff at once.
I know, and
my brain's firing. Little synapses are firing away here.
This is Marble Madness. Love this.
And that very possibly might work well with that other one also.
Ricky, what do you mean, the tribal stamps? I don't know that, you know, because he has his tribal tendency stencils that are out, but we haven't really discussed whether or not they would be stamps. But all of those little, all of his border builders, those are available in the shop right now. And people have been ordering them. They like them. He showed them. Now, this is a new design and would be a, this is one of the exclusives. So those of you that are part of Arty Perks, Mucky Muck or Loverly, you have obviously first access to these, and then in 8 weeks they will be available to the Gen Pop, as we say in very nice, you know, we mean that very nicely. But this one is Persian Sunburst, I think is what we decided on the name, but let me double check that. Yes, Persian Sunburst Cluster. Brad likes to put the word cluster. That's funny. He likes 3 things. Aren't those cool?
They're very cool. They're very, it's very trippy. I'm just sitting here looking at it because I'm thinking like about...
just getting in a trance.
Yeah, really. All right, so I'm just doing some mental ruminating here. Okay, so you do your first pass with this. Then you just turn it so that these are on the big hole side and the big hole side's on the little hole side.
And there you go. Mixing up them orifices.
Yeah. Boink, boink, boink.
Yes, Ricky. So those were his border builders. And they are available in the shop. There are 4 styles, and then if you want to include, then he hasn't shown the Flower Meadow set, but we have. P used those for those, like kind of the, mixed it in with all of Paula's Milagros and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing about this one that it needs to be mentioned is that you've got a lot of blocked out area here. So why is that really cool? Well, what's really cool is if you would use this after you, and I really don't like that I have to make decisions about all of these here.
She feels like she's having to pick a favorite kid today.
I'm easily overwhelmed anyway, but
yeah.
Can you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Just use your imagination, because whatever is blocked out here, okay, that's what's going to show, right?
Or even just show that next one. Show that next one. Because that mixed with the Sunburst. Because it's the Persian, what do we call it? The Persian lattice.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Would be really good because it has a lot of openings.
Yes, I see that. Oh, yeah.
And then that repetition of the circle. So they were meant to be friends. See that? And how those little the little wispy bits kind of come through. Very cool.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Too.
So now remember, these last 2 Brad designed, so those are exclusive. So you need to be part of the Arty Perks for the next 8 weeks. Otherwise, you can wait, and then it'll go to the general, store. Gen Pop. A lot of good stuff, and I'm sorry, and I apologize about that. But between the wedding and the this and the that, that was either all right. We can slow roll these out, but I think so many of them are so good for the holidays. For even if you're still like me and going to be doing Halloween during Christmas.
Just because the box isn't here yet.
The box still isn't here yet. I mean, I don't know what these people were thinking. Yeah. Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty. And I think it would make a lovely shadowy effect on the wall with the little T. But I think these ones that are really open like this, you're going to have to back them with tissue paper.
Yeah.
So that you have some, you don't want your candle just to sit there and be a candle and see through it, because that's part of the mystery is lost there. But, oh, pardon me.
Yeah, these last 2 designs were by Brad. He's been busy.
And I don't know, what have I been doing? Oh, I would cleaning
cleaned.
takes up a lot of time. Sorry.
She cleaned out some of her, you know, hidey holes.
I did. And did you see that one sack over there?
I'm so proud. We need about 5 more of those.
Probably so. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, Brad's really good at, like, you know, these repetitious kind of designs. He has the mind for it. Like, to me, I get really distracted by those, and it flusters me. He's good at it.
I've watched him work, and he's very meticulous, and he can. You have to be able to use the program, because he cuts out and takes pots and moves them here and moves them there and changes them around. I mean, it's no easy task. Mine is I draw it.
Yeah.
And hand it to Mariah. Brad does this on the computer, which I think is really amazing, because that my brain doesn't. I'm more immediate. I have to be on something.
Yeah, and I think that this is kind of how. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, Darcy, but I think Darcy has started doing more of that, like, because she will start out and Procreate with some of hers. Now, she doesn't do a lot of the repeat design business, so hers is more of a kind of a hybrid between drawing and then the digital repetition of certain pieces. So it's really cool to see how everybody, how everybody kind of has a different approach, but it all comes out like, you know, the lovely designers that they are.
Okay, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just
okay. She's figuring out which one she's going to use today.
Well, I wanted to use one of these, because I think that, you know, here's the thing. Do I want that one, or do I want this one?
I think these would be pretty good ones to see how they do in a long haul, too.
I think that this is, I think so, too. But I'm going to use these like I mentioned using them.
A flip-flop back kind of.
And
flip it and reverse it. Oh, that's going to look cool. All right, hurry up and get to it. I'm excited about seeing this together.
Well, I am too, but I'm not quite done.
She's still figuring things out. Now, remember, you can only really use about 3. And then you get kind of...
I know, it just mucks up.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and do these 2 with that. And then I'm going to take this one and use this one with the other.
Oh. Eddie says it looks like lingerie.
It does have that feel, doesn't it? Victoria's Secret kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, let's do that.
No,
use the bigger one.
I like that idea. So Rococo with Fleur de Lis.
And it's going to be very busy. But I don't know if I'm going to love that. But we're going to do it anyway.
All right.
Now, you realize this is not even what I was going to muddle along and mess around with lanterns. And why don't y'all just do that for me, and I won't...
Oh, show us your lanterns.
Show us your lanterns.
I think we discussed lots of ideas. You showed the one that you made.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't
You did frottage.
I didn't show this other one, because I did frottage on it, but also...
Oh, she did use the plastic thing. She was bound and determined to make that thing like part of it.
Well, I put the plastic down because I think if I glue the plastic down, the plastic's going to hold its roll better.
Well, and that's kind of what we're talking about with the plastic bottle thing that Sarah talked about, which was brilliant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I did is and it does show through, and I'll show you here. I really had envisions of. Then I got distracted by all this cleaning.
She's probably trying to find something.
Well, I was. And what happened was my whole thing of plastic stuff slid off on the floor because it's slidey stuff.
Well, it was funny because, Rhonda, whenever I was looking at the file name, at first I was like, Rocco. And I was like, oh, wait, no, she meant, like, you had it right. And I was like, oh, maybe it is Rococo. Yeah, it was. She had it right. My brain just went to Rocco. It almost got named Rocco.
All right, now I'm hoping that this can still, but you think that it's not going to show through the painted paper, but it does.
Oh, here, let me go front side. And hopefully I can. Well,
Can you see it?
hold on. Oh, no, here, I can point down.
Well, we need to turn off some lights, you know, so.
Maybe we'll do a little video and show it. I'll get it cleaned up and looking all good and put it in the box. And
Well, and you know, if you had little platforms in between there, you could have a whole bunch of little.
oh, that would be great. I have, remember like that one that it pulls out that the birds like to nest in, basically?
But it does show through, even on this is that zinc.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going back topside.
Well, Izzy thought they were pretty magical.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm even going to get her up here and we're going to work on some together.
Yeah, I think she was kind of excited about that.
I think
She's been very arty lately and making
She has.
hella messes. And she just keeps grabbing.
Okay.
She sees a box. I'm taking this box. And I'm like, oh dear Lord. Now
I
what
know.
new little
The other day
crafty
she
projects.
says, Gigi, why don't you have any more boxes up here? I said, you can take that question and ask your mother. She takes them all the way and they go to
Somewhere.
box
Special place.
hell. I don't know. Okay. So,
we free range our boxes. Set them out to pasture. Oh, that's funny. That makes me laugh.
okay. Get my little tea light over here. Don't want to lose that because I would be in big bad trouble. Okay. Let's get some stuff on a plate here. I do have a relatively, because remember I had to clean this.
Oh, that would be great.
It's got a little silvery stuff on it, but I think it's still okay.
Okay. Do I need to slide the camera over? Because
This is where I want to be because I'm interfering with this. If it goes over here, it gets knocked over by my
okay.
Let
Let me just fix that real quick. Hold on. I'm going to turn my camera off so you don't have to look at me bum while I...
All right, so now the question is, do I want, and this is always tricky for me because my brain just doesn't work for, you know, it's hard for me to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, do I want that to be down first and then put this over that? Or do I want to put this down and then put this over this? I think that's how I want to do it.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good. That's going to bother me a little bit, but...
What?
There we go. Cool.
Yes,
Wonderful.
that's much better. They don't want to look at that over there anyway, and certainly
Yeah,
not
got
this.
Cockeyed, but... Don't you dare touch it. There we go.
Perfecto.
Perfecto.
Perfecto. Okay. Hang this up on the...
Bye, Becky. Oh, sorry. She snuck out while I was adjusting cameras.
All right, we want to go with either really dark or really light, and I'm thinking really dark.
That's exactly right, Robin. That was funny.
And I'm going to try to avoid my open paint so we don't have that issue.
Joan says those that they make a hanging canning jar in different sizes. All they do is wrap the wire around the swirl area where the lids would go. just glue the clear paper. Yeah, you could do that. You could like stamp onto tissue and then just Mod Podge it to the outside, because they have that, you know, Mod Podge that's for glass, or actually it's just regular Mod Podge, but they do have the glass stuff if you wanted to wash them. Supposedly it's dishwasher safe. We don't know about that. I have suspicions. And thank you, Susan. She said perfect on my camera placement. I think that's where I guess it is normally. I just, for whatever reason, feel like it, I don't know. Oh, Carrie, yes, I think so. So, one of Carrie's latest wallpaper, oh, the eyes with the eyes would be really cool. I think, because he has that kind of eye-shaped one that just came out. Well, I'm going to send your stuff out, Carrie, probably tomorrow. I'm going to send you one of these with it. If you are okay with that. Let me know. Oh, that is the purple is the,
yeah, it's you track
dioxazine, right?
Yeah.
Purple. I think I said that right.
I'm going to try to keep my edges kind of cleaned up on this thing, because it does start to become a problem when, after a while when it builds up, as it will cause. Oh, that looks so cool.
That's so your go-to, like, rather than using black, that's kind of her go-to color. It's purple. I love that.
Isn't that nifty?
Very.
All right, now we're going to let that
Hello, Tina.
dry. And it will dry
Susan.
relatively quickly, because
Susan's
it's not,
singing here.
it isn't, it's not open.
Oh. Whoa.
Well, we got some
Yeah, some.
stuff going on here.
Yeah, you do.
Apologies, profusely apologies. Let's get some of this off of here.
Hey, Patty.
Is that Patty Collie?
It's Fairy Tales and Fireflies Patty.
Oh.
Maybe I should call her FF Patty.
Is old Gayla still here? How's things going in your neck of the woods? How are your
Oh, the.
painted designs coming along?
Oh, you know what's funny is when we were driving out, when we were driving up to Missouri. Right? Is that where we were? Missouri.
Yes.
Arkansas, Missouri, Branson, Missouri. Yeah, we went through Arkansas. We saw some on some houses, on their gates and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the Amish are out there.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I don't think Gayla's still here.
Is she still there?
No, I don't think so.
Gayla?
Yeah, well,
She's just probably drinking and smoking.
mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about you if you're not here.
That's right.
Now, I don't care if there's a little bit of mucky
Carrie.
muck on here, but I didn't want the squares out there, because we got some other stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, you want to kind of, especially as you're debuting new designs.
Exactly.
Hello, Yvette. You are new. Welcome. And, oh, I haven't even done. Oh, and we didn't do PM Artist Studio today because you were late.
Well, we didn't, because I was still gussying up.
Ruining things. If y'all didn't know, this is P over here. I'm M. She's Patricia. I'm Mariah. Together we are
PM Artist Studio.
You know, an hour in. That's
Yeah.
okay. Fine. That's fine.
That's who we is.
That's who we are.
Okay, now I'm going to do this just the opposite, so you get the idea of. Chuck it up here. I've got stuff right down my throat. Terrible.
There.
Okay. I'm ready for winter. I'm freaking ready for winter. I want to move someplace this winter year round. Not just winter, but, you know, like fall winter.
Yeah.
Because I just love, you know.
The intro, yeah.
60 degrees. I like 60 degrees.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
And she put that stencil right there in front of her face.
Oh, sorry.
There. She hangs
It
things
was
on
just the
cart.
only hanging spot I could find.
Hello, Kathleen. And for those of you that are coming in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we don't know that you're here. We're a friendly bunch, and we want to say hello to you and become friends with all of our other farty friends in the chat.
Absolutely.
Indeedy. Do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. In fact, there's quite a few of y'all that haven't. So come on now.
Come on now, give it up. Give
I know
it up.
we're just coming at this thing here, you know, an hour in, but help us out. Obviously struggling. Oh, buddy. Hi, Pia. Are you going to show us here in a second?
I will
Okay.
show you in just a minute, but
Alright.
let me get my other thing going here so that I can do it the opposite. See, this is what's kind of cool when you do it like this. And I wanted to show this because you don't have to put your plate aside and let it dry. You can just do what I'm doing right now, which is, you know, just pulling this, and then I can.
Oh, and it still giveth. Well, it's a new stencil, so let's get a little more off of the new ones than once the paint's kind of built up.
So we put this aside, and now we get back our other stencil here.
Hello, papery cuts.
Now, this could very possibly, when you do this, you're taking a chance. The stencil may pull up some things. I don't know. I never know until.
Yeah.
Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
Because remember, it's new, so the Yupo will attach to the paint and pull it up. Especially if it's a little sticky.
Yeah, and it very well may be. I don't know.
Yeah.
You just take that chance.
These are new stencils in the shop. This particular one is one of the exclusives, so you need to be part of the Arty perks. That is either the Mucky Muck or Loverly level. And then these will be available to the Gen Pop in 8 weeks. But then we have a bunch of new ones from Christy Hartman, Rhonda Dona, and also Darcy. Lots of new stuff in the shop to play with.
Okay, so you can see there's just a bit, but what was kind of cool is it's still, my brayer has some blue on it, so we're not just getting that one color
Which I think looks
of
really
the
cool.
red violet that I put down there, but it's also going into the blue violet. So we'll put that aside. Grab our other plate.
No, that one was designed by Brad. That's a PM Artist studio.
Yes. Okay, here we go. So now...
Oh, Darcy Sanders. She's Darcy's Misadventures.
Okay. I think this is going to be okay.
It's Darcy. You're like, Prince. You just need one name. The one and only. Darcy.
Okay, on this one, I really want to use a light color so that it's going to show through. Okay.
Like Cher.
And I think I have some more of this somewhere.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let me look in the drawer.
I found some when I was looking for, and I never
You
did.
had more in hidey holes?
No, over there in Izzy's cupboard.
Oh, yeah, I think there are some more paints over there.
Yeah, there's Lucas's over there. And the thing about it is,
Yeah, I don't have the Well, I do have some Lucas over here. But it's the pastos. The beige.
What?
That's right. Eddie says, I just started calling Darcy D, and she calls me bro. If you know, you know.
Oh, it just reminds me of that one cartoon. The pigeon calls everybody bro.
Oh, are you talking about, are you like referencing that?
I'm referencing that thing Izzy watches.
That cartoon?
Cartoon, yes. I kind of really like that.
That was a pretty good one. It was the storks.
Stork. That's just funny as crap.
We all know somebody kind of like that pigeon.
Okay, now I'm going to let that dry, and we're going to pull it with something really
like gold
and bright and bold. And
oh, hot pink would be good.
Hot pink would be good, or orange.
Or lime green.
Or lime green. Oh, I think we're going to put... Now, you realize when I put the lime green on this...
Yeah. No, just go, yellow would be cool if it would hold it, but it's not going to because it's a transparent color there.
And you're going to get a lot of green.
Yeah, so you need to kind of stick within the cool colors.
Okay, let's use this.
I think that's a little darker than what you should probably use. Maybe you should use the, like, phthalo blue that you just rolled out on that last one.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be a good contrast.
I think it would too. And we're still, is that open? No.
Oh yeah, P would love to live up like in Seattle-ish area for sure.
Oh yeah,
Washington.
It's mine.
That'd be her jam. I like it. I like it too. It's expensive to live there. Oh, that is cute.
You know, it's so funny when I watch well, mostly this is, I watch Korean soap opera kind of things sometimes. Mm-hmm. And they use the word punk a lot.
Oh, really?
You punks. And I just think that that's so funny because I don't know what is...
Maybe like in the 50s?
Yeah. But obviously there is a word, you know, that corresponds, you know, to that whole concept of... Because they just use it all the time.
That is funny. So, I was watching, like, one of the late night shows. I think it was Stephen Colbert. I love Stephen Colbert. And he had John Mulaney on. And John Mulaney is, he's not married to her, but they just had a baby together, Olivia Munn. So her mother is Korean. And so John Mulaney and the mother watch these Korean movies. And one of them was kind of like the Water for Chocolate kind of situation where it's like they're sitting down and it's like, oh, well, this is getting awkward. And I guess at one point in time, she goes, you know, they have hormones. Something like that. I just thought that was so funny. I was like, oh my God, we totally have had that kind of, you know.
Oh, yeah. Remember the time your dad walked in?
That was it.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't comfortable with any of that stuff anyway.
No. He wasn't. He just walked in and walked out. It was horrified. She is so beautiful.
Okay, so we're going to let that set a bit. And adhere to each other. And this is really working out great. Now, I hope this... No, the blue is still wet. I got a little...
Hey, Carol.
It's thick.
Yeah, it's thick.
It's thick.
But hello, Marcia.
Okay. It's okay. We got other things we can do here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a little bit of
bubbly magic.
Bubbly magic here.
Those are the what are those strips? God, I can't even remember the name of that one. I don't know. I struggle on that one.
It's still got
Stacking dot strips.
paint on it. I'm gonna see if I can get
Ooh,
it.
that might be kind of cool.
Oh, look at that. I had to paint. And see, that's why you pull those things off.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up over here on my brayer. It's creating some consternation on my part here. Okay, we need to take care of that because that will leave a big old
Yeah, that's a thick one.
hoop-de-doo there.
Yeah, and this is kind of one of those slippery slopes. You gotta
Kind of even it out. I mean, it's not going to be totally.
Yeah.
You won't have to, but yeah.
You gotta get enough of it to even it out.
I just thought I might be able to get some of that on there. Very little, but some.
Just a little touch.
Okay. So let's go back
As
to...
Carrie says, it's so subtle. It's a secret.
It's so subtle, it's a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ha-ha.
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 So Lynn says she watches Korean dramas all the time. She thinks it's funny that they're going to bed fully clothed.
I think it's funny because, you know, I really started noticing this. On Korean movies, these people actually eat. If you
you've
watch
talked about this.
stupid American things, they sit there and I'm going, why are they not eating that beautiful steak? They're just sitting there and yammering about some dumb stuff. And they ought to be eating that really
Well, it's
beautiful.
probably not real food in the...
Well, that's disappointing.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Hey, Jolly
So,
John.
and I mean, they just take, I love it because they will take the whole dumpling and put the whole dumpling in
That's
their
what
mouth
I do.
and squish it. And that's just so refreshing. It's just so much more like real than stupid people sitting there and
Susan
yakking
says,
about
yeah, they just fuss and
stupid
push it
crap.
around in the U.S.
Yeah, and, you know, eating a bite of salad. You know, give me a break.
Eddie says, it's real food, but actors in Hollywood don't eat on camera. They probably wouldn't
What
eat
is
the-
masticating nasty or something? And then
Another-
they, you know, they don't have any qualms at all about, you know, full-on intercourse.
Oh, there's
I
that.
don't, you know. Eating is bad, but screwing is not. I don't know.
Wow.
Come on.
This just turned real quick.
Just boggles the mind. Boggles the mind.
I think what P's saying, she's really lacking in some food porn.
I get to.
Oh, and I gotta watch out saying that word because sometimes that messes with the, you know, they'll defund us.
Oh, you'll have
No monetization.
cucumbers and squash appearing.
Well, that too. God. Everybody to the nerd.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
Ooh, look at
It's
that.
gonna be beautiful. With a little of that, and pull it with some more. Let's see those little glints of gold in there.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
That's apple. I knew there was like a word for it, right?
What is that?
It's mukbang, I think is how it's presented. But that's like, you know, watching people eat food. And like, you know, that's a thing.
Yeah. How about that? Hey, look at this, y'all.
Yeah.
The advantages of using too much paint.
Well, and a new stencil.
And a new stencil. This is true.
Yeah.
Still got a little gold on there.
I like to keep saying that because I don't want people to think, okay, well, if you watch some of the other streams or, you know, you see this stencil being used again with all the paint on it, it's not gonna work the same way. When a stencil is new,
Yeah, now you can wash it and keep it
yes,
in that
condition, but
condition. But obviously I don't have time for that.
yeah,
Okay, that's on the bottom.
that's on the other side.
It's like washing windows.
Oh God, I washed the shower and it was like, okay, is it here? Is it there? And then I have Izzy like in the bathtub, you know, flicking water on the thing, thinking it's hilarious that I'm in there cleaning.
Van got some new product for our bathroom, so.
Well, good.
You're supposed to spray it on. I told him, well, so don't be breathing that stuff.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That's probably good. Mm-hmm.
But supposedly, you know, it's non-scrub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
watch out
whatever.
for some of that stuff.
That's BS. You know, we all know it is. All right, let's get this jobber down here.
What color are you going with?
I'm going to
I
go
loved bones.
with some iridescent. I want something kind of transparent is what I'm thinking here. And I don't know if I can make this work. Boy, this is going to be a quick...
Oh, yeah.
Now, see, you don't want that coming out there because that can be very problematic and that's not going to make it very good. Oh, see? That's the kind of stuff you don't want to happen.
Yeah. That was pretty funny, Jolly John.
Okay, that's still smushy, but I don't really care.
Yeah, make sure he turns on the vent whenever he uses that stuff. Although he can't really, you know.
Well, I told him, I said, what would be good is if after you shower, before you get out, if you spray it on, and then just leave it, and then it'll set, and then the next time you get in, you can give it a hose down with the
Before you get in.
nozzle stuff.
I don't think you
get
want
the
that
back side of the shower,
Yeah.
which is, you know, mostly what you want anyway.
Hey, Barbara. Hey, Julie.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to have another... Ooh, that's very pretty. And Carol says a good soak in the Murphy's oil soap will make make the paint almost fall off your stencils. Little to no cleaning. That is true. One little caveat to that is that be careful if metallic was the first color or first type of paint put down on your stencil. It may take a little extra because for whatever reason it sticks more so.
Okay, is everybody seeing that?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Cool, huh?
Well, I personally just used, I did use some of the CLR because it was like really bad at the bottom on the glass.
Okay, we've got a little gold left on there, which we're going to just leave that on there for now. Bring back this jobber. And what did we decide? Gosh, that is taking a long time to dry. I guess it's because I've had so much on there. I don't know.
Probably.
All right, well, we'll do something else.
And it's been pretty humid.
And it's cooling off, thank heavens.
Yes, it was actually like cold yesterday in the evening. Actually cold in the morning. Oh. Might have to try that.
Now remember, you aren't going to see a whole lot of that other design because this was just a ghost print from another.
Yeah, that was the third that was left down.
Third.
Mm-hmm.
It just held on, so you're not seeing a lot of that. Now I'm going to see, you know, what would happen if we did that and say a red.
How about like a really plummy purple?
Okay, I can go plummy purple.
Or like the violet, what is it?
The red violet on,
yeah.
On the, like this one.
Yes.
Okay.
I just think the red will be a little screamy.
Now, I love this because you can leave it on there really thick, but you can brayer it out and you get a really nice, beautiful transparent.
Yeah.
And this is the Amsterdam Expert Permanent Red Violet.
Oh, that's crazy, Ricky. Hello, Lara. Yeah, I'm a super fan of this color.
Trying to decide which side's the cup down side because it still makes a difference.
Oh, and thank you, Devin. Yes, y'all don't forget those thumbsy upsies if you're coming in and you're new and you're hanging out and you're enjoying yourself, you know, thumbsy upsies. And those of you watching on the replay, do leave a comment down below. Let us know that you watched on replay, or those of you that are here, come back, leave some comments if you had some questions or missed something in the chat or, you know, this, that, the other. I'm there to answer them. Sometimes P even comes over and answers questions.
Yeah, I do.
And especially if you say, hey, Patricia, hey.
And Mariah will give me a heads up on that.
I will.
So you got some stuff you need to address there.
Yeah. Sometimes I just answer. If I know. Oh, definitely. So Evie says, Mariah or P, can you mix the interference paints with the regular paints to create a color shift? Yeah, you can. Normally, it works the best whenever you use those interference paints over a darker paint color. When you mix it in, it's going to be less color shifting because it kind of blocks it out. And there's some like sciencey reasons for that. I read it on the internet. I think on the Golden site, because they have a lot of information on how like their interference paints work, and that was one of the things that they mentioned, that, you know, really it's best to use it over or on top of paint that is already down, especially dark paints, because that's when they really do their thing. Because when you mix it in, it's like the pigments block the shifting of the color more so. Not that it doesn't work, but it's just less. It's science, people. That's right. Art and science meet a lot.
Now, ain't that a beauty?
Mm-hmm. I like that.
All right. Now, I don't know. I didn't get. This is the one that I just pulled up with the red violet on top of. And you know, took it off with the. Pardon me. Okay, I think that one's done. But this one I want to try. Where's my... I got a lot of stuff going on here, folks. I got to just take a minute to kind of clear the deck, so to speak. Okay. I couldn't get to my stencils, and my thing only rolls one way because right now it's running into the cord on my hoop-de-doo. All right, so this is kind of how you can do this. This is what, when I told you that, you know, I like these because there's a lot of area that's being blocked out. So this is what we're going to do. We want this, I'm going to use that one, but we want this to be that the lines are going to show up.
Hi, Ellen.
Where do I want this?
And hello, Sandra. Oh, Yvette says darker colors have less white titanium in it, so it accepts more color. That is why it takes more of a darker color to get coverage. 30 years of selling house paint. She's learned a few things.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's some good info there. Y'all make us sound smart. We like that.
Okay, now, so let's get this back over here for a sec. What I really want is I want something that's sort of opaque, but not totally. I want some of the fleur-de-lis to show through even in the areas that are being masked out or are going to come through. So to that extent, I'm thinking you have to consider your original color here, but I've got this sort of turquoisey color here.
I like that idea. Now, Sarah has a question.
Yes.
She says, since we were talking about paint characteristics, how to shade yellow so it looks good versus going green or looking dirty?
Well, there are transparent yellows and there are
Well, I think
opaque yellows.
you want to, so if you want to darken it, I think is what she says. So
Darken
like,
what?
Deepen the. Yeah, because she wants to deepen the yellow. So yellow is one of those tricky things because it is a primary color. You're gonna have to kind of go with buying the paint.
You're going to have to buy an opaque yellow because you can put white with the transparent, but it's going to lighten your yellow.
Yeah, it's gonna brighten it, not deepen the yellow.
No. But now, you know, there's a whole, you can, but it's quite a complicated process, and it's really not worth the headache unless you're very invested.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So any of y'all that are interested in joining the Arty Perks, as soon as you join the Arty Perks, you have that, like, you have a access to whatever exclusive stencils, like, even if they were, you know, still, like, maybe have just a week on them or whatever. You will still get them early. Or the ones that we just put out a couple weeks ago that are still going to be, you know, for a while. Yeah, so once you sign up for Arty Perks, you have access to whatever is exclusive. And then you have your discount. I mean, that's obviously the largest thing. And you get 15% with the Mucky Muck and then a 20% with the Loverly. And we've had some people, I would say it here, or I'm going to say it here, but it seems like, you know, a lot of the people that come in either just finding us on the internet or through some of our other, you know, Arty friends, content creators and such, they don't always understand the Arty Perks, and they think that signing up just for the Arty friends, that's just the basic sign up. Like, that'll get you access to being on the email list and things of that nature. And then the main thing that does on the website, and we talked about that when we first launched, is that then you have order history and there's one other thing that, like, basically your account access, which is great. Or the wish list, sorry. So in order to have wish list and access to your order history, you have to just sign up as like a regular Arty friend. But there aren't any additional. But of course, we always have those running discounts on the website anyway.
Utrecht paint is every bit as good as golden.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really wanting to know about that.
Oh, good golly.
Okay, remember we want the lines, so
Thanks, Mo. And thanks, Darcy. It's because we were talking about things earlier, I'm telling you.
Pardon me.
Yeah, I know. She said it real soft. Like it was some secret.
What?
Utrecht paint is just as of the same quality as the golden paints.
And this is Turquoise Series 2.
In P's opinion, because somebody will be like, I don't.
Oh, it's not an opinion, it's a fact.
She says it's a fact. I'm sure Utrecht would agree as well.
It's drying a little faster than I really wanted it to. I forget that.
I know, Rhonda. Usually we keep it right above board. That's always but we
what?
the chat and using certain words and things and how it seems to bring in the nefarious.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, Yvette is a color fountain of information. She says if you get some gold in there that has some red, it will darken it without bringing it green. You can add dots of red to dull down the green that goes, color wheel. If y'all need one, we have them on our website.
Yeah,
for free.
and I use it quite frequently. All right, well, this is, I don't know that I love this.
I like it.
But I think that we can make this work, and I love this messy stuff we have left behind. Of course, I love that. I'm going to pull that up with some. Okay, FYI. And this is why, you've got to get acquainted with your paints. This is a fast-drying paint.
That should be.
For whatever reason, I don't know.
The Utrechts seem to be, I think, and here's always my thought on that, is that especially if they're a heavy body and they are highly pigmented, that tends to be true.
And it also, it's just the vehicle, they say, is acrylic polymer emulsion. Okay, that's if it has a lot of pigment and less of that stuff, it's going to dry quicker.
Yes.
Okay. So, but you just work around it. That's what we do.
Julie would like to know what would red iron oxide do to that print that you just did over there.
Oh, I think that's a brilliant idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Let me get this stuff off of here.
It says, hold my coffee.
Hold my beer. I've gotta. All right. Transparent yellow oxide. That's what I'm going to pull this with.
Oh, Carol. She says she had about 10 pint jars of heavy body Utrecht paint that had been in the garage in severe heat and cold for 40 years and it was still good. Now you should contact them on that.
Yeah, I'm their newer lines of paint are not. Oh, well, yeah, I'm thinking about Lucas Grill. Utrecht? Yeah.
There might be some things in that paint though, Carol. There's a reason for that.
And if you had it, all sealed up good. But still, that is a
test of time.
Test of time. I love these because these are the prints that I use to make the little packets for Mariah. And it's nice if I have them already done up. It goes a lot faster. Sometimes I have to start from scratch because I don't have that many that are done. Or I have brayer offs that I have to put. I feel like I should have some kind of design on them. I shouldn't just send you brayer offs. Jeez, that'd be kind of lame.
Let us know in the comments. Brayer offs lame? Question mark.
Okay, I absolutely love this, and I'm going to do something with this in just a minute. What?
You're just funny because you can just tell when you're like, oh, hello.
Okay, I'm gonna do something that's just gonna blow your mind here in a minute. But we're gonna get back to this little jobber because we're gonna red iron oxide it.
That is good. A dot is a lot. That's a T-shirt. Thanks to Yvette. Okay.
I just like to slurry it out there. And, you know, I think more is better.
Sometimes.
I'm not a minimalist in any way, shape, or form.
Well, unless it comes to cleaning. She's a minimalist on the actual cleaning.
Yeah, minimum of cleaning,
Yeah,
not
minimum.
minimalist.
Right.
Oh, that's looking good.
Oh, she keeps them too, but she's saying like in the little packets of the orders that we send, she feels like that's kind of, you know, would be sort of lame to send just the brayer off.
I think
like,
that's shysty not to
send you
put
some
some
kind of
decent
design.
stuff in there. Just sending you, you know, the leftovers. Although some of my leftovers, oh my gosh, this is wonderful.
Oh, fabulous call, Julie.
Oh.
Fabulous call. Look at that there print.
Isn't that wonderful? Can't beat that with a big stick.
Now, for our grungy, you know, rusty lovers, that's kind of the way that you take anything that's bright and unicorny and rainbowy and quickly turn it rusty. That there is also some information that you can find on the color wheel. As Yvette has, she's note up. We like that. But yes, the purples, when some reddy yellow things are added to them, turn browny and yellowy.
Well, we haven't used any murdery red. Oh, this is really cool.
She's
Izzy
really
brought
trying to
me
get
a
murdery.
we didn't decide, was it a sticker or a,
I don't know.
what the hell's that?
It's on your side. I don't know. Is it foam?
No, it's on the bottom of my paint.
Is it foam?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like foam.
It's not foam.
Is it rolled up tape?
No. I'm not going to taste it.
Well, smell it.
I'm not going to smell it. I can't smell anyway.
Is it a, it kind of looked like a pastel.
Oh, it could be.
So that's making sense.
This seemed rather rubbery. I don't know. Maybe it's a partially dissolved. Just might
Well,
have been,
you've been frotaging, so it could be one that's, you know, rubbed down.
it was in the bottom of the box, so who knows. Okay, I got to get rid of this because I think this looks absolutely stunning.
Yes.
That'll be a good
And this
good
is,
one to work with.
This is quite the murdery red if you are going for the, you know, just freshly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fresh blood, not
Yeah.
you know, coagulated.
Which means so this is the Lucas Krill Studio, and it's the Pyro Red, right?
Pyro. I don't
right?
know what it is. No, it's vermilion.
Vermilion.
4686.
There you go.
Oh, where is my stencil that I want?
Oh no. It's probably stuck to something.
I had a slight shift there.
Aw, that is super sweet. Julie Parker says, Patricia, you were the only person who has managed to teach her about color mixing in a way that clicked with my confused brain.
Hey, you know, it did mine
Hi, dog.
too. I was just, because I took a design class. I'd never had any art classes at all. But I decided rather than going for a master's in English, I already had my BA in English, I was going to get an art degree with certification. So they just threw me right in. And I was in class with people who had taken art all through high school and whatever. And the big thing was learning the color wheel. So I just sat down and decided that, okay, I probably need to, I don't know, let me check it. I should not try to talk and do other things. Oh, it's good.
Storytelling and
Storytelling.
Joe Brenton's tricky.
Yeah. And I had to come up with a way of remembering it fast.
Well, and
Because
then,
they expected you to know that. That was just rudimentary knowledge that everyone there already possessed, but I did not have. So I learned this. This is your primary colors.
Show your thing. Where is it? What'd you do with it?
I don't know.
Oh, oh, good golly. I think
It's disappeared.
Well, you put it on top of your pile of things, I think, over there.
Okay. All right. Well,
but y'all know it's the one that we have in the, website words.
The thing about it is once you know the primary colors, that's all you need to know.
I'll put a link.
Everything else is right there for you once you have that. Oh, come on. Go on there somewhere, you piece of dog too.
Good golly, language today.
Now this ain't, you're not kissing it, you're smacking it good. This is some, I'm not going to say that because, oh Lord, we have that all.
We already have one little instance.
Slap that Baron on there and give it a good hard push.
I say color chart. It's really the color wheel. Sorry. My brain just kind of went.
Okay, look at that. This is our print. Well, our ghost print.
And that's the distressed one.
All right, we're going to let that dry all the way. I'm going to come back and see if we can do something with, see if this blue is dried. Oh, seems like it has. Okay, good deal. Now we're going to go with a heavy body gold. But I want to do the color wheel here real quick. Because, there are people on there that don't know.
Well, yeah, we have a lot of new people. I did put the link to it.
But if you don't have a color wheel with you, no worries. You can figure it out. Toot sweet. Draw yourself a triangle. And I taught first graders this. And put a circle on the tip of each part of the triangle. This is going to be your primary colors. These are the colors that you make everything else with. Always put the sunrises, put yellow at the top.
Oh, sunrise.
Red and blue. Okay. Next you invert your triangle. And the reason I use the different shapes is because I think it helps reinforce the difference. And when you're teaching small children, I mean, by the time they were through with first grade, they could draw this sucker. Parents thought it was pretty amazing.
And now that we have a first grader, it really is extraordinary.
Yeah. And I use lowercase 2. Okay. Capital, 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 lowercase 2, right? So how do you know that? Well, if you mix yellow with red, voila. If you mix red and blue, you get violet. If you mix yellow with blue, you get green.
Devin says this is color witchcraft. Maybe that's a shirt we should do.
Absolutely.
Oh,
we're not done yet. Okay.
Oh, I'm making this into a shirt.
Okay. Now we're going to send in the...
Thank you, Devin.
Okay, what you call, what are these? Intermediate. And intermediate is, something that goes between an intermediary, right?
Sometimes people need those when they're getting divorces and things.
Yeah.
You can no longer talk to one another.
Hence
an intermediate. This is when the colors have decided that they just need somebody else in between.
All right. How do you name these? You start always with the primary color. So this is going to be blue, violet.
AKA tertiary.
No, I think tertiary is the next step out, where you add white to it. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I just always call these intermediate. Because intermediate. Always use the primary color first.
I'll Google it and make sure. We don't want to be giving out.
Okay. Now, I'm going to grab a...
Yes, so yeah, these are intermediate. So a color treated by mixing a primary color with a secondary color next to it. Also called tertiary. AKA.
Okay, so it can be either or.
Which was probably a good call on your part when you're teaching small children, because tertiary is
good
not
Lord,
a...
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, intermediate is my call.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the... that's what the internet says.
All right, so now we've got... Okay, let me get my little thing going over here. We've also got our secondary colors. And we've got our intermediate
Oh, okay.
colors. All right. Next, we want to do. It doesn't have. It's just would be the mixing of the colors when we're doing opposites on the color wheel. What's the name for that, Mariah?
Complementary.
Yeah, I never know how to spell that though.
Oh, yeah, I know. If it's so play with the E's. I know, me too. I can't spell words.
I don't know if this is the kind that you compliment somebody, or I can never read.
No, yeah, you're wrong on that. It's the E one. Turn your I into an E. There you go.
Okay. And I'm just going to put an arrow here because what this does is it indicates, what is happening here as far as what we're going to do. And I'm not going to use that because that's not fat enough. I need a fat one. I think I already gave the fat ones to Izzy. And of course she didn't bring them back.
No.
Oh, bugger. All right, well, we'll just have to do blue. So, our complementary colors are going to be yellow and violet. And yellow and violet, this is important because the complementary colors are how you make neutrals. And by using various degrees of, you get different, whatever. Okay, so red and green, we all know about that. That's, Christmas colors. And then we've got the Broncos.
Go Broncos.
There. But you could also do it with the intermediate colors, okay? Red, orange, and blue, green is going to make a neutral color. Blue, violet, and yellow, orange is going to make a neutral color. Now, here's the other thing. If you use them in pure form next to each other, they create a certain dynamic of push and pull.
Cool.
Excitement. Okay?
So Carrie says, is a complementary color also a contrast?
It would be high contrast. Yes, it would. Good point. I like that. Yes. Very much contrasting. Because you have a dark violet next to a light yellow. You have a blue, which is darker, next to an orange. I've got to blow my nose here. Just a moment. It's running. And the other thing about it is when you get ready to mix these, you start with the light color. If I was going to, and I wanted to make a brown, I would start with the yellow and I would add small increments of violet to change the color. Same way with the red and green. And here you've already got your primary and your secondary. That's what's called an intermediate. So you would make your secondary color first, and then you would add more red to the orange.
Yeah.
And more blue to the green, and then when you mix them together, you get...
Hey, this has been an action-packed here stream.
Absolutely.
You got 20 minutes to do some
Oh my
things.
goodness. Well, I'm going to bring back the one I was waiting for my blue to dry, and I think surely it ought to be dry by now. I really didn't anticipate. This is a powerful, powerful tool. If you get yourself...
And it ain't theory. Even though they call it color theory, it ain't theory. These are facts.
Yeah, this really works. Yeah. There's no theory, and I don't know what that theory
And even
means.
though it is magical.
It is magical. And just make yourself a color wheel and play with these. Play with the complementaries. You know, make your secondaries.
Yeah, y'all are earning your keep today with these here situations in the chat.
We are essential workers. Yes. Color facts. Facts indeed. It's light science. Well, this is actually, and when you, because
Well, okay, and so here, this is really funny. And it's funny that you say that, Apple, because, so then, like, when we were doing papers together, she's like, bump up the chroma. And I'm like, what does that even mean to you? Like, because here she's talking about mixed media, like paints and physical color.
Yes.
Versus what I know in, digital terms, because the way you mix colors digitally is a whole other little thing. Like, there are some, I mean, obviously, there are still some truths to it. This information still applies. But then you have this whole idea of RGB versus CMYK versus your primary red, yellow, blue. It all plays into the same information, but there are different aspects to it.
Well, and then you get into the theater, and you're using lights, and you're putting filters on the lights to get a certain thing that's going to happen down on your stage down there. And I remember I didn't do lighting because lighting was so complex. I took costuming rather than lighting, but I did know this because I used to hang out with the people that did
The
we
lighting
used to
people.
smoke and drink on,
They were the more fun people than the costume people in the sweatshop.
in the sweatshop. Well, as sometimes you just want to get away from the people that you hang out with all the time.
True that.
So, anyway, they would talk about that. But what is interesting is once your beam of light that's been altered here with a filter, a physical
here
filter.
Even Carrie says so. Here, random fact for mixing icing.
Yes.
If you make a buttercream, it's naturally pale yellow. If you then add tiny amounts, and I bet it's tiny, like, because food coloring's tricky business, purple food color, it will become white buttercream because you've neutralized it out. I added that part.
There you go. There you go. It's just, oh my goodness, I've got a jewel here.
Yeah, well, that's probably from the baby. They've been making crowns.
That was the lump in my thing, though. I don't know from whence it came. Yes, we made a crown.
It's quite beautiful.
Yeah, she started it off, and then she just got tired of it.
Yeah,
So
her attention span.
I added some more.
I will say, though, it is pretty amazing. And even our teacher said that, when you're learning new things and doing, like, the, any of her lettering or reading or any math stuff, 10 minutes. That's about, like, how much you should really go into it.
Our guide was a minute a year. So, really, she's 6 years old, so 6 minutes is probably as much as...
And that is so true. But, like, we get so frustrated, and, like, I know we push her sometimes, and that makes me feel bad, because it's just, like, I know she's getting, like, I mean, heck, I get that way. So, what, I'm 46, I got about 45 minutes in me.
There you go. And well, even when I was doing calligraphy, they would say, 20 minutes, then you need to back off, give yourself a break from not only the muscles, but your brain.
Yeah.
Because when you're first starting out, that's very, very tiring.
The more you know.
Give yourself little increments of things and don't, overdo. All right, where were we here? I think I said, all right. So the light beam goes down onto the stage. whatever is down on the stage is then going to be affected by that color. So it's incredibly complex in what you have to, and the things that you have to think about. Now, a lot of times they just had stock filters. They would just shoot them in and shoot them down on the stage and say, "Nah, I don't like that. Okay, let's try another one." You know,
it's a trial and error.
Yeah, until they get something that the director was happy with. And yeah. All right.
Oh, and then Ellen says, but then once you reach a certain age, you start subtracting a minute per year.
I think I'm definitely, I'm at the subtracting mode.
That's funny.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
And come back with fresh eyes. Absolutely. If you're frustrated with it, you're not. It's not going to be fun anymore, and you're just going to get yourself into a
yeah. A tizzy.
All right, here we go. Back to old blue here.
Now, I think what would be interesting here to kind of prove and follow suit with the color wheel and all of that, put something yellow on there. Something transparent-ish yellow, so that way it really kind of comes through. Because what's going to happen, because this blue, the light blue phthalo blue, right?
Is opaque.
Is opaque, so it's going to block whatever purple is on the other side.
Unless there's little areas where it is kind of, it's got holes in the paint. That'll show. Okay, and you can tell, this is totally transparent.
218.
This
is the other cheddar.
The other cheddar.
The other cheddar.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cheddars. If you know, you know.
These snappy-on lids, I don't really like them so much.
Yeah, the clicky snap. And they're bound to break.
I'm always dragging it through the gravy. And it's irritating. I don't really like that until they improve that. All right, I'm not getting...
You're in the right place, Yvette. No worries.
All right, so it's not covering that. So what I'm going to do here
Just leave it.
But I want to show you.
So see, that.
Isn't that cool? I'm going to use a little juicy, let's just say, transparent yellow iron oxide. And that is going to help with the, because I want to pull this.
Oh, okay. So, Patty says, next live, could we go over cool and warm colors?
Oh, absolutely. And that is the other thing that, if you will notice on your intermediate colors, they have that you can use that same idea of that they're warm colors and cool colors.
Get some paper
I'm having trouble with
it's drying quick today. Those colors, for some reason.
I don't know why.
That other stuff wasn't.
I think it's going to be okay, though. I think we're going to be able to... I think we're going to get it off of there. But it's going to be a... I'm going to have to allow it to dry. I can't just pull it.
Yeah.
Giving it lots of pressure because we've got like 3 layers on there. This is actually 4.
Now, tomorrow is my day, Mariah makes, but, we could do the more on the color wheel and P-Loves.
Oh, yes. I absolutely love it. I
like getting nerdy with the colors.
Yes, it's like Mariah talking about her design stuff.
Which I will toss in information whenever I feel.
But what is cool here, you will notice, the areas where there wasn't the blue maintained the purple. But this browned out. There you go.
And it probably will brown out even more as that yellow saturates the purple more. That's just... Now, if you do a quick pull, it's probably going to happen less. But with this, you're not going to get much that comes off of a quick pull. Because there's so many layers there, it's going to...
Yeah, I would leave a lot behind, and I'd really like to pull this as a really nice print rather than just...
Hey, Tutu.
Oh, and I still have this bumpy thing here, which I don't.
Is there more jewels under there?
I don't know. Just drives me crazy. All right, now let's take this one. So,
well, you could do a quick little lesson on warm with this and keep it to warm colors.
Warm colors, or
which is also going to be more low contrast-ish. It kind of depends.
Okay, so here we've got our warm colors here on this side, right?
There you go. Don't do
I
that.
don't want to put this down here because they'll start pulling stuff up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's do that real quick because I think that that's another. This over here, those are our warms. These are cool.
I would have done that on the other side.
Warm. Yeah. When people say that they don't like to use sprays or transparent watercolors because they always end up with mud, well, there's a reason for that. It's called your complementary colors. If you're putting down violet and yellow and you're using them right next to each other and they go together, they're going to make brown every single time, depending on how much you have of whatever.
Yvette was telling a story about how she had a lady come in and she wanted to turn the paint blue. And then she says, but every time, if you add yellow to, sorry, I know, I can't remember exactly how the story went there, but the lady, basically, she's like, if I do that, it's going to make green. She goes, every time? Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
There's some truths in the universe.
You can't make yellow, you can't make red, you can't make blue unless you want to, grind your own pigments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she wanted to make yellow into blue. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, unless you can suck out, suck out the yellow.
Did you plop a can of blue in front of her and be like, there's the blue?
There you go, sweetie.
The yellow doesn't turn to blue.
Doesn't. So, if you mix these colors on this side together, you're not ever going to get a neutral.
Yeah.
If you mix these colors over here together, you're not ever going to get a neutral or mud. They will always stay clear.
Or keep their chroma, as
they
this
will
went
keep
over.
Their chroma. They will not brown out. They will be
right.
Clear, nice colors. Clear, nice colors. Okay? But once you start across the line here, this is where it gets, okay, and then you can talk about colors that look good together. So we've got the complementary, so those are ones that are opposite of each other. Yeah. So then you talk triadic. Well, triadic is any three together. So if we used red violet, violet, and blue violet, that's a triad. Yada, yada, yada. All right, now you can do what's called a split complementary and go across. So we'd have blue violet here and we go across, and that would be exact. But if we veer off to orange and yellow, that would be a triadic color scheme because you're still creating that triangle there. Red violet, same thing. Go, and they're a little off here. I do apologize for that. So red, violet, and, okay, all right, yeah, yellow, green. That would be your complement. But if you wanted to do a split complement of that, you could go red, violet, blue, green, and yellow, green. Mm-hmm. And that's why those colors feel right when you see them together. And, well, I guess they would for some people, maybe not everyone, but yeah.
Now, on the shirt, I think I'm going to keep it simple.
Keep it simple?
With maybe primary and secondary? Or should we add the intermediate? And then I can put AKA tertiary. If you know, you know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I'll work it out. I still,
You'd have to go with a 4X shirt to get that all on there.
Well, you know.
Yeah, well, that's good for me. I don't care. Yeah. All right. So there we are. Where are we here?
You got 5 minutes.
I've
You got something to pull over there or put down a color on? You were gonna put
I was going to put down. I've been trying to get a color down on. All right. So, yes, this is what we're talking about here. So if we wanted to make this really exciting, we could do something in the range of, I don't know, yellow? We've already got a yellow and a red. I like yellow and red. We could do a total green.
She wants to go Christmassy.
But if we went total green there, all it's going to really do, since the green here is almost all of it's transparent-ish, it's just going to make it into a gray. But what if we went with kind of a yellow-green, limey green?
Yes. Plus, that's more fun.
Plus, that's more fun.
More Dr. Seuss.
I happen to have a limey green all mixed up. And I could even go really... We could go really all out here and do a...
Patty, well, we use TeePublic to post our designs onto, and I think that they have V-neck options, but it's not really up to us as far as like the products that they put it on. We've been very happy with the one shirts, but I do think that there are some V-necks that are an option there.
Yeah, there are. Okay, I just used the Pebeo 359.
Carrie's going to find out from the peoples, the actual peoples. When do you go do that, Carrie?
Find out from the...
Like he's going to some art show.
Art show, the Pebeo.
And yeah, the other thing I think that the color shift of this like chartreuse color does is it keeps the red more intact.
Well, any opaque color is going to keep your original color intact. It's when you start getting into, you know, the...
Yeah, but this was on there pretty, like, you know, distressed light. So it had an opportunity to really go brown.
Yes, it did. Because it was transparent in the sense that it wasn't thickly applied. The original layer of red was thickly applied. But remember, this was what was left on the plate after... even the ghost print.
I don't trust that video, Stella.
What is it?
There's a video on how to pronounce it. I'm like, I want to know from like them.
Well, and also because this particular color has a lot of yellow in it. It's yellow green.
That's why I said
you're going to get orangey rather than red.
That's why with the interference, the color changing interference, I mean, what is the, like, I mean, every brand has a little different twist of iridescence,
interference, whatever.
Anyway, they kind of shift the color. That's going to have a factor in how that color actually... I don't think it's actually from the company. I think it's like, you know, French, and they, right? Because isn't it a French word? I'm pretty sure it's a French word.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And then I wasn't even totally clear on that because there are different videos, and it's different each time.
Yeah, and this really shows a lot of.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I kind of don't use this one a lot because it's not out here where I can get to it. Some just have to take back seat, but look at this cool stuff we've got going on here on the edge of this. Yeah, that's some pretty impressive stuff. All right, ladies and gents.
Hey, look at
it's
that, right on time.
11:59. Thank
you guys so much for hanging out with us. We very much appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. And I don't know, like I said, I don't really have anything because my box hasn't arrived. And then Darcy's book that she's sending to me, I think it's coming this way soon. But I don't have anything right in front of me at the moment. I could maybe make some things that I think are going to go into my Halloween thing. Maybe. I don't know.
I have some.
I got to think about that.
I have some tags for you.
Sweet. I like that idea. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Well, you know, join us and you'll find out what we're going to do. We'll see you then. Thanks for hanging. Bye.
Bye.